Hello guys, welcome back to Blossom Living with Pure Eye. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Of course, as you can tell already, we have Ava here with us.
Hi everybody.
All the way from Vancouver, Canada. She's been traveling around and she decided to pay me a visit. We've been having a great time. So, and we had to seize the opportunity while she's here to do some content together. It had to be done. And when I did some highlights on the Instagram page, and people were like, "What? She's here? You must do a video." I was like, "Okay, the people have spoken. We must do something together." So this first video, we're going to be doing 2 videos together. So this first video is all about what it is.
HRT.
That's what it's all about.
Our medications.
So we're going to be talking about, one of the questions was like, they wanted to do a video on just talking about HRT, sharing a bit of POI, talk about medication, what works, what doesn't work. And, Ava and I were both diagnosed about 10 years ago. So we'll be on different type of HRT regime and just to compare where we are right now. So we're going to get into it right away. Okay. Isn't she beautiful?
You are. I'm so happy to be here. Like the first time in person together.
I've been feeding her good African food. Good African food.
And we have another video we're going to make where we talk more about our story and me coming here to visit.
Yes.
But, check that video out.
Check that video out. So this one is especially for you guys on the HRT. Okay. So how do we get this started?
Okay. Well, I don't mind to just share my HRT regime, what I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you want me to go first?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. So I've been on this particular combination of medications for about 4 years now. 4 years. Yeah. This is what I've been on for the last 4 years. So for my progesterone, I actually have the Mirena IUD, and that got put in the summer of 2019. So that was 4 years. We're coming, this year will be 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Time goes so
this
fast.
year will be 5 years. And I did ask my doctor about it, and she's saying that it can still stay in for, they've changed the timeline. I can actually still keep it in for a little bit longer, a few more years if I want to. So I'm going to make a decision soon about how long to keep my Mirena IUD in for. But that is what I have in, and that has been good for me. Since I put it in, at the beginning when I put it in, there was a little bit of time where my body got adjusted to it and got used to it being there. So I had like some spotting and bleeding, which was normal at the beginning. And then my body adjusted to it. Since my body adjusted to it after the first few months of putting it in, I have not had any bleeding. No spotting, no bleeding at all for all those years that I've had it now. So probably at least 3.5 years, knock on wood.
No, everything's gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay.
I haven't had any breakthrough bleeding. So that's what I do for my progesterone. And then this is my estrogen patch. So I don't know if you guys can see
the light.
It might be backwards for them too.
Maybe this.
It's called Sandoz Estradiol. And it's 75 is the strength. So this is what I do for my estrogen. This is my patch. It's like, looks like that inside. There's little patches inside there. The patch is like this. And I'm going to be putting a new one on, and I'll open it up and show you guys just how it looks inside so you can see.
What's the size like?
Yeah, it looks like that. So it's, compared to my hand there, it's pretty big.
I think I can see it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So that's how it looks before you just peel this little sticker. It peels off and it's sticky on the one side, and then you just stick it. And there's different spots on the body where you can put it. I usually put mine on my hip. That's kind of where I found works good for me, where my clothes don't rub it as much as maybe other places. So the edges, by the day that it's coming time to change it, the edges will start to be coming up and you need to, So for me, I do twice a week. That's my patch. I change twice a week. So for me, I do Mondays and Thursdays are the days that I change my patch.
Okay.
Yep.
And how do you find the strength? Like, is it working? It's quite...
It seems to be okay. Like, I'm not getting any symptoms at the moment that I would consider POI symptoms. Like, I feel like most of my symptoms are managed pretty well. I also have 2 others that I'm going to show you. So between the combination of everything that I'm doing, I feel like I found the right one for me, because I hadn't changed it for so many years now. Like, it's been consistent, and I feel like it's managed my POI symptoms to the best of the ability, right? Like occasionally there's going to be things especially I find when I get more stress, then I get more symptoms.
Yeah.
So
I think
yeah.
some symptoms always tend to linger on, but as long as you feel like maybe 90% okay, then
I
yeah.
think for me, this has been the best combination. So then I also take testosterone. This is my testosterone that I take.
I hope your address is not showing there. No. No.
This is the little man on the picture. It's actually men's testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a box of little sachets, they call it, and they look like this. And it's a gel. And I don't know if the camera will focus on that, but...
I mean, touch it. Why doesn't it focus? Let's see. Okay, I think, is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so yeah, for me, my dosage is half a sachet per day. So I open it up and squeeze out half of the gel into my hands. And for me, I rub it on the back of my calves. So I just go behind my knee and down my leg. And yeah, every day I put it on, and in the morning, and half a pack a day. Yeah. So that's that one. And
so you put that every day and half a pack a day. So you use up a box.
A box has 30 in it, so 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah, one box in 2 months. And so so that's my testosterone, which I've also been on for many years now. And I do think that the testosterone for me was a game changer. It helped me to stabilize a lot of stuff. I think it really did help with a lot of the symptom management as well, in combination with the estrogen.
Yeah.
So, and then I have my final one here that I take is the Vagif, which looks like this.
Yes.
And they're, single application. And you just open the packet and it goes in the vagina. And there's a little tab on the end. When you click the bottom, it releases. And so I do that as well. My prescription is 3 times a week on this. I know a lot of people's is 2 times a week.
2 times a week. Yeah, I was initially 2 times a week, but I had to go to 3 times a week because I needed more.
Yeah. So for me, I usually do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So yeah, that is my 4 medications that I'm on. And I'm, I have to say, of course, having POI for a really long time, it's very challenging, but this has been, for me, the best combination. But like, everybody's different, right? Every body is different, and it's really important to get your proper tests done and to speak with your doctor. And like, your doctor can help you make your plan of what works for you. Because like, what works for me doesn't work for Anita, might not work for you. This is just my experience and what I've been on for the last year.
And I'm going to highlight that when you say what works, because the strength that you're on and the strength of HRT I'm on is completely different, because that's to show you how our body is different. I was getting a lot of symptoms, and I felt like 100 wasn't doing enough for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 75.
And when I went up to 200, I felt such a difference as well, in addition to like testosterone and things like that.
So that is quite a big difference, because Anita's estrogen is more than double dosage than mine is. But my testosterone dosage is quite a lot higher than yours.
Exactly.
So yeah.
It's just higher than mine.
Yeah, because you do yours now. Okay. Let's see what you do.
I thought I was okay. Let's go. All right, so I'm next. So I have a list here. So the first thing that I have is my Estrogen patch. So which looks like this. I think I've shown this a couple of times, right? Yeah, Estrogen patch. And I take this twice a week. I change this twice a week. So it looks like this. Like that. And then you just peel it here. And it's just like a little thing that you stick. I normally stick it on my lower abdominal, just around my belly area. That's why now I just switch between the 2 places, and I switch it there. So I try not to put the patch on the same spot that I've just taken the patch from. It's not good. So make sure you always alternate and swap it around. It's really important, because the skin can get really irritated, and you don't want to put a fresh new patch there as well. So that's what it looks like. I change that twice a week. So this is 100. Strength is 100. So I put 2 patches, so that's 200.
Yeah, so your strength is 200.
Yeah,
mine is 75. So you're more than double on the estrogen than me. Yes.
So strength is 100, and I put 2 of this. So yeah, so that's it for the patch. And then the next thing that I have is the progesterone, which is the Estrogen. So that's what the box looks like. There's different brands. What I've come to notice, I don't know why it's not focusing, but
there you go.
There we go. We got it. So what I've come to notice is that there's different brands of Estrogen that comes. So I've tried a couple of them, and I noticed that my body reacts to some of them. It's just not good for me. So, but what works for me is this one, this particular box. this one here. So there's two type of this box. There's one that has the, I think that's Spanish, isn't it? Like the name of it, I think it's Spanish. Yeah, there's one that have the name in Spanish.
Let me see.
There, and then there's one that just has the name Estrogen as well in English. I think that's, isn't it? It sounds like Spanish, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. So this brand does wonders for me compared to other brands. So let me show you what it looks like. This is a new box, so it's not open yet. It's a capsule. That's it. And
I recognize these. I've been on them in the past.
in the past, yeah.
And for me at the pharmacy, they would put them in a jar. Or the,
So I insert this every night, vaginally every night. So I, like I've said before in previous video, I do used to take the oral ones, but I was really bloated. I was unable to eat. Remember when I had,
that was really rough.
For almost a year, I was like, what is going on? Then I started to kind of just go through my trace, and I realized that a lot of the issues started when I started the digesting orally. So I had to stop it instantly, and then there was such a huge difference. I couldn't eat. I was bloated. It was so bad. So yeah, so that's what that looks like. And I've been on this regime of HRT the past, I think 4 years as well, going to 5 years. So that's when I, switch over to a different GP, a different doctor, because I was having a lot of symptoms. So she was like, okay, explain, I have to have an assessment, blood test and everything, because it's important to discuss with your doctor what's going on, your symptoms. They do an assessment, you do blood work, so that way they can then decide on the best regime type of HRT for you. So for me, I'm on the continuous HRT. Are you on the continuous? Continuous HRT. Some people are not on continuous. Some people are on 12 days progesterone, 12 days patches. So it differs for everybody. So that's why it's so important to seek advice for yourself and find the right person to work with. Okay, so that's it for that. And the next one is my Vagif. Yeah, I do take Vagif, so that's what it looks like.
Exactly the same one.
The same thing, yeah. That's what it looks like. Like Ava said, you just put it up and you insert this into vaginally. So I do this 3 times a day. So I was initially twice a day on this, Monday.
Twice a week.
Twice a week, yeah. Not twice a day. Let's get that corrected. Twice a week on this. And it was Monday and Friday, but I needed more because the vaginal dryness was so bad. So I'm taking it 3 times a week. But I feel like I need more.
Yeah. This one was a game changer for sex.
Yeah.
For sexually, this, I think, everybody is different, but if they're still having a lot of issues with sexual vaginal dryness, libido, this does help a lot. This for me has helped a lot. Yeah.
Now I want to definitely, I remember when I first started the Vagif and the testosterone, I remember saying to Ava that there was this sense of, what's it called? What's the word would I use now? What word would I use? Arousal, more arousal, like I've never experienced before. I was like, what's going on? So I had to call my doctor. I was like, sorry.
The hormones that you weren't
used to. Yeah, new hormones. Like there was just a lot of hormones going on. There was just like some feelings. I was just like, I've never experienced this before. What's going on? My doctor was, yeah, it's your hormones. Things are in place now. Things are balanced. That's why I was like, please, we need to reduce it instantly.
It was too much.
It was too much. I was like, it needs to be reduced instantly. I know.
But your body got used to it over time.
My body got used to it over time. So I reduced the Vagif and I stopped it for a while because I was on high amount of estrogen. But I stopped for almost a year, but I noticed my vaginal dryness returned. It started getting bad again. So I was like, okay, I need to go back on this. So this is really important for me because I need to be on this. Even though I'm on a high dose of estrogen, testosterone and stuff, I still require the Vagif.
Yeah.
So, but my body's more used to it this time. I can manage it. So for me, 3 times a week is perfect for now. So yeah.
And would you say the testosterone also helps with the libido and the energy for yourself? Did you notice? It's like a combination kind of all together, right?
Yeah. So I'll show you my testosterone. It's something that's Ava's one. It's a Testo Gel. Yeah, I think I've shown this before. The Testo Gel. So it's 50 mine is 50 mg.
Okay.
It's the men's one, of course, in sachet. So what I do is with this, for me, it's one sachet is for 10 days.
Yeah.
So unlike yours, at one it's half, like.
But mine is 2.5 grams.
Okay, yours low. Okay, 2.5.
2.5 grams. See, the packet's actually smaller as well. So is it like about half?
It's a half of it. Yeah. So that makes sense.
So for mine, it's still, that would be 4 days if So, but
4
you do
days.
10 days.
I do 10 days, yeah.
Yeah.
And 10 days works for me perfectly.
So that one whole sachet, you do a little bit each day for 10 days until it's gone?
Yeah. And sometimes 9 days, but most of the time it's 10 days. One sachet for 10 days. And it works for me. My doctor even said that the last blood test I did, she's like, if you feel like you needed more, you can increase it because the blood test was quite low on it.
Okay.
But I was like, no, the 10 days is working for me. I feel okay. And this has helped me so much with energy. Remember the time, like it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Very tired a lot, right?
Very tired. Chronic fatigue. Very tired. I was so tired. I was just like, what is going on? I felt like I was literally dragging myself on the floor. Yeah. So testosterone
and not just tired because you've been doing a lot of stuff. Because it's normal to be tired if you're busy and you have a busy day and you're working a lot. It's normal to be tired.
But this type of tiredness was just a different type of tiredness. It was more hormone related. So it was just it's not because I'm doing something I'm tired or because you're getting older that you're tired. But it was just you need to be resting. But my tiredness was just crazy. I couldn't really do much. I couldn't do anything. I dragged myself from the floor. I was always needing a nap. I remember there were times I couldn't really do much because I was just tired. And also energy for me, energy level was really bad. I would exercise, but I felt like I've used up my whole energy.
Right.
So for me, and other things as well too, initially when I read about testosterone, it was like, it's more about for libido. I was like, well, I'm not really interested in that. But when I read more into it, that in terms of what it can actually help you with in terms of energy, strength, even muscle mass as well.
Yeah, help to gain muscle mass.
Muscle mass and things like that.
There's a lot of things in the body that women actually do need a little bit of testosterone for,
you do,
right?
because apparently we do produce a little bit of testosterone as well too, so it's important. So when I started this, it was a game changer. For me, it really helped me. I remember the first time when I saw a bit of a muscle mass on my hand, I was like, Ava, look!
She sent me the picture.
I did. I said,
muscles! The working out, like, because you were working out, and then
nothing.
Just to be healthy.
Yes.
But when you started with the testosterone, you were working out and you were actually starting to get fit. Like, you could see the muscle forming.
Like, I've always, like I work out just to keep fit and for your exercise important, but never, like, any muscle for me. Until when I started testosterone, I was like, whoa, okay, what was this? And I said to the I was like, Eva, can you see that? The muscles are coming out. So it's exciting to know, like, this hormone here can actually make such a huge difference in your body.
To your overall health,
to your overall health. So,
and where do you put this one?
So I applied this on my upper thigh. So again, I rotate on both sides every week. And there's a bit of hair.
Every day you do?
Every day, yeah. Why do I keep saying week?
Well, the other one, it's okay.
The other one I said day, but you understand. So I do this every day. So this is every day for 10 days, Monday to Sunday, and I rotate on both of my upper thigh. And there's a bit of hair there, but it's not like it's crazy. I know a lot of the other thing I read about testosterone was people were like, you're going to grow. But no, if you're not taking it like, you're not trying to, like a man
not
would.
Overdosing
not
on it.
Overdosing, exactly.
Just the right amount. But it's important to get blood tested after you started as well to make sure that the dose is correct for you.
Yeah.
Following your doctor's recommendation, making sure everything's
Before
good.
you do any of this, go to your doctor. Because I didn't just start testosterone. It was just not prescribed to me. I had to go to my doctor. They did an assessment based on my symptoms, blood test.
You do a baseline blood test before you take any to see where your level is at. And then if you need it, because it's very, very low, then you start it.
For it.
And then after you've been on it for a little bit, you take another blood test to check if the level is correct and adjust from there if you need more or less.
And with testosterone, you have to do regular blood tests to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't go overboard for what a woman is supposed to be. So it's important to do a blood test on that. So I get blood tests done maybe every like 6 months. But for now it's usually every 6 months or once a year. But this definitely has helped me. That's the same thing for Ava as well too. So I'm so grateful.
And I would say, you mentioned the hair. The only thing,
it's just a little bit of hair.
The only that would be the only negative. But I would say it would be a normal amount because probably before I started taking it, I probably had less hair than normal. Like normal. Everyone's different, right? But where I rub it on the back of my legs, I started having a little bit darker hair leg, which it's fine. It doesn't bother me. Exactly. I do shave my legs, so it's fine. I just shave it. And
I was never one to actually shave, but I don't have much hair. but I just noticed a bit of hair on my upper thigh. But it's not something that I'm like, oh goodness, it's just a bit of hair. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. So
Yeah.
as long as it's doing what it's supposed to do, I feel good overall. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
And then the last thing I do take is supplement. So I don't know, you take supplements?
I do, but I
Okay.
don't have them to show on camera, but I can tell you what I take.
So I take the Caltrate supplement twice a day.
That's the calcium?
Caltrate, no.
Caltrate.
It's called Caltrate, yeah. So I take it twice a day. So one in the morning, one in the evening.
And what does it have in it?
So it has so this has vitamin D with the calcium.
Okay.
So, but it's called Caltrate, but it has vitamin D with
together.
Together. Yeah.
Okay.
So because
you take it daily.
I take it daily, yeah.
Yeah.
So because you, I think it's important to have vitamin D balance with your calcium too.
Yeah.
For the balance. So Bao is just in there. So that's what I do. Do you want to get yours? And
well, I have, because I'm on holiday right now, it's all mixed together in a bag. But like I don't have the bottles. But I take a lot of vitamins. I'm a vitamin
How many
girl,
vitamins do you take?
but I also sometimes forget to take my vitamins. I don't take them every day, if I'm being honest. I do miss days, but I try to take my vitamins every day. I do take a lot. I take multivitamin. I take calcium and vitamin D. I take magnesium.
Okay.
And vitamin C. And omega. And iron.
Okay.
And vitamin B complex.
So taking these ones, was it recommended by, is this just something that you decided to take apart from the Caltrates?
I also, over the years, have gotten into each of these different things through different naturopaths and things that I've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The calcium is definitely one that's like more mandatory. Important. I would say mandatory, but like it's very important for us.
For your bones.
As you know, if we're having our estrogen and we're doing our exercise and we're taking our calcium, those three in combination should be hopefully keeping our bones in good health.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a surefire way. Of course, there's always going to be issues with bone health with POI.
But it's important to take it,
But yes, it is very important to be taking the calcium. And if you're not getting enough from your food, you need to be supplementing. Right?
I think that's something like when I initially got diagnosed in the beginning, Caltrate was something that was given to me instantly. It's called Caltrate because it's mixed with both of them. It was given to me. So I've been on the same brand for the past like 13 years, maybe 14 years now. So it's important.
That's good.
For that. So yeah.
I
think that's pretty much it. We wanted this video to be 10-minute long, but it's 22 minutes. So we want to make some time.
This is what happens.
This is what happens when you're busy chatting. So that's kind of what we are on right now in terms of hormones.
And we did have a question come in on your
we did
on your Instagram, which we can just take a quick second to reply to that question, maybe.
Perfect. Do you have the questions? Yeah. So we're gonna apply to those questions.
So the one question that we received was, have you seen many women get pregnant on HRT?
Okay.
So in the groups, I mean, we do know women who have. There's in the support groups, we've seen women. For myself, I've asked my doctor about it, and for me, you know, the IUD, of course, will have to come out if I want to try and become pregnant, because even though it's giving me my progesterone and I'm on it for that, it's also a contraceptive. So it, you know, so for myself as well, personally, I could just say that I would need to just change a few things in my regime in order to be in a position where my body would be the best possible state to try and get pregnant. I do believe that it can happen.
Yes, it can.
It's, you know, you hear
Miracles.
It's a small percentage chance, but there are still people that it happens. So I don't believe that it's not possible. I believe that it is possible, and I'm putting myself in a position mentally and physically to be as healthy as possible. So when I'm getting to that phase, I'm just going through my life living as healthy as I can be, and what will be. When I'm ready, I will take my IUD out and just see what happens. And my doctor did say something about needing to take away the testosterone as well. At that point, it would be estrogen and progesterone only.
So essentially, it's more like when you feel like you want to get pregnant, then you have to discuss with your doctor so that they can then decide on the best type of regime to be on. And what steps you need to take then to help you.
Yes, exactly.
So I think, like she said also, you know, with some of the groups that we are on, the support group and the groups that we follow, we've actually, you know, some people have actually shared that they've been able to get pregnant. So, but you
And
know,
we're talking naturally right now.
Exactly.
But of course, like if you go for the donor egg and IVF, then they will have a whole different regime that they will put you on. As soon as you go for your appointments, they'll start to give you the different medications, and they will be the ones.
But naturally, people that have been on HRT get pregnant. They do get pregnant. It does happen. There's a possibility. So you just don't
as long as you're not using the IUD contraception.
Oh yeah, because the IUD is going to prevent
the
pregnancy.
Mirena is going to prevent it. So if you're on Mirena, then you probably their chances are no.
So you're trying to get pregnant. If you're using that for progesterone and it's also preventing pregnancy, then you might have to use a different method of progesterone.
Like the progesterone you're on.
Like the one I'm on, exactly. So, you know, it's vaginally. You can try it orally if it works for you. If it doesn't, try vaginally as well to discuss that with your doctor before you do that. And try vaginally. Then that will, of course, you know, you're leaving room to get pregnant because you're not trying to prevent it as well, because it can happen.
And it's a person by person, case by case basis.
So talk to your doctor, seek advice. If you have to get a second opinion, do that to get the best care for yourself. I think that's what's so important, advocating for yourself. That's one thing that I have had to do over the years, and Ava too as well.
Don't settle for medication that you're not feeling good on. You got to keep trying different ones or changing the dosages until you do feel good. Yeah, you do have to push for it, unfortunately, but it does make your life better in the long run when you do eventually find what's working the best for you. Might not be perfect, but what works the best for you can then improve your quality of life so that you can live your life, you know. And
as long as you feel like, yes, you feel so much better than, you know, how you felt yesterday or a year ago or 2 years ago. That's what's more important. Like for me, for example, like I've said many times, for the past like 10 years, I felt like that was the best I could feel until, you know, I actually got proper regime, proper dose and everything. I was like, wow, so it is actually possible to feel
a little better than you were.
So it is possible. So just make sure you kind of air your concern, your symptoms and everything until you find the person who's willing to give you the proper treatment. So it's important.
Definitely.
And take care of yourself.
Definitely.
You're important.
Yes. That's the last piece of advice I want to say too. Keep, you know, if you're not feeling good, keep going back to your doctor until you do feel good. Keep trying more different brands,
gets tiring,
different
medications, but keep doing it.
But it is worth it in the long run.
Yes. Yeah. And take care of yourself. Remember that I love you. We love you. Like I always say, together we blossom. And you're loved, okay? You're never alone. You have a community, and we're here to always support. So yes, that's it for today, for this HRT episode. So we're going to go now because we need to shoot another video for you all. The things that we do for you. And any last word, Ava?
No, I'm just so happy to be here. Thank you all so much for watching. And, you know,
we'll see you later.
We'll keep in touch.
Bye. Let's do that together. Bye.
What are we doing?